Hey guys, it's Liz. Welcome back to my channel. So I am here today to actually do a review on these 36 color Parkoo markers. Parkoo reached out to me a few weeks ago and contacted me, wanted me to do a review on their markers, and I, of course, accepted. So these markers can be found on Amazon. I will leave the link down below. And I just thought it would be great because I was in the market to purchase a set like these, but Sharpies. And of course, we all know Sharpies can get really expensive. These are very inexpensive markers. I think they're only $12 on Amazon. There's 36 colors. And I mean, as you can see, the colors are beautiful. You've got, let me open this up so we don't have all that glare. But it comes in a package like this. These are the markers right here, and they're very comparable as far as what they look like to a Sharpie. So this is the Parkoo marker, and this is a Sharpie. As you can see, they are very similar. They both have a fine point. Here's the Sharpie, and then here's the Parkoo marker. Okay, this one's actually a little bit longer, and I feel like it's a little bit finer, so you can really get in there in this, like the small little spaces. Now, like I said, I was in the market to buy a set of Sharpies, and so this was perfect for me. I love all the range of colors. They're gorgeous, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swatch a few of the markers so you can take a look. From my experience of coloring so far, some of the colors do not match exactly the cap. So you definitely want to obviously do a swatch of your own. Now I'm using Bristol Smooth paper just to kind of give you an idea. Okay, so like let's try this yellow one out. Okay, now that one is a pretty good match, as you can see. Okay, there are a few in particular. Let me pull the ones that I had, that weren't exact matches. Let's see here. All right, so this orange one, it kind of looks a little fluorescent on the cap. All right, but when you swatch it, you can see it's a little bit darker. So it's not going to be fluorescent. Okay. And then there's a few more, but I mean, as you can see, they're beautiful. They're very bright. They're very fluid. Like I don't have any problems at all. I'm not like an artist or anything, so I'm not the greatest color, but I do like these a lot. My writing is terrible, but see how smooth they are? I do like these. So they're very nice. This one does match pretty good. I like this one. This is like a peachy color. Really pretty, and there's a wide range of colors on there. If you are an artist like my daughter, you will really love this because this is great for coloring, sketching, things like that. So the dilemma for me was, like I said, I'm not an artist. I'm not like, I use my Copics, but I use, like stamped images and things like that. So what I thought is I was trying to find ways that us crafters can use this great set of markers. So I came up with a couple of ideas. So if you're still with me, take a look at some of the ideas that I came up with, because these are really great markers, you guys, for the price. They are alcohol-based markers, so they're going to be permanent. They're good for wood, metal, glass, plastic. They can be used on all those, elements. And so, I was trying to find ways that we can use them, us in the crafting community. So my first idea was, of course, to use them for coloring smaller images. So these are some stamped images. I stamped them again on the Bristol Smooth paper with this ink here. This is a dye ink pad by Ranger. And what I did is I just kind of colored it using some of the markers. As you can see, I'm not a professional. By all means, my coloring, there's so many other people that color way better than I do. But I thought that these markers would be great in a pinch, like if you don't have Copics, or if you have tiny little, images that you just want to color in really quick. Because sometimes it can be a little tedious with the Copics, you know what I mean? You got to like bring, 4 or 5 different colors that kind of blend and all that stuff. But let's say you just want to color in some images really, really quick, you know what I mean? So these worked great. So as you can see, I just colored this cute little image. I also did the little pumpkin down here. I have a variety of colors that I can use for shading and then the shadowing and things like that. It does bleed through a little bit, but no more so than Copics, I found. So That's not a problem at all. And as you can see, it did not fade. You know, the color did not fade. It's very bright. It doesn't smear the dye ink. You know, when I stamped the image, it didn't smear it. So it dried really quickly. So I'm quite happy with these. These would be like great in a pinch if you just want to, like I said, just color in a couple little images, like these tiny little guys. Pull out your little Parkoo markers and color them up, right? Perfect. So that's one way that us crafters can use them, because we all have stamps, we all love our stamps, and that way we can color them in and not spend, you know, hundreds of dollars on Copic markers. Okay, the other ways that I found we can use them as crafters is by using them in to color up our embellishments. For instance, I told you they were good for wood, metal, glass. Don't we have embellishments that are made of all those things, right? So the first thing that I thought I would do is color up some metal pieces. And this is one of those little Tim Holtz ideology birds that I've had in my stash forever. I used some of the markers to color this bird and give it new life. It's basically just, this is what the color comes, it's just like a metallic, an antique silver color. But look at that. I used some blues and some greens and then like yellow on the beak. And I gave it new life. It looks beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's like a little, and I love the way that the metal like just kind of glistens. You know what I mean? So we all have a ton of metal embellishments. How great to use these markers to change them up to suit the colors that we're working with. You know what I mean? To fit our projects. So this is a great idea. These dried fairly quickly. You know, you can easily just grab a marker. I mean, like the little yellow. I like that it has the fine tip, you guys, because we can get into those little nooks and crannies, the little areas, you know, like this little beak right here. And then just, you give it a minute and it dries, and then it's perfect. It's not gonna come off, okay? It's not coming off. It's nice and dry, and I think it turned out gorgeous, okay? So that's the first thing I thought of. And then again, use it on our little wood veneers. We have a ton of wood veneers, and sometimes they have cute little details. It's easier to go in with a Sharpie, or not a Sharpie, but this Parkoo marker that has a fine point, and be able to draw and color in versus using a paintbrush and paint, right? So I just added a few little details to this little butterfly wood veneer, and look how pretty it turned out. I want to show you something with the wood veneer. I'll show you on the back. It's so easy. The wood absorbs the color so perfectly. So you literally just have to take your little piece and then just lay the marker on top, and you'll see how it just kind of absorbs. Do you see that? So this, I colored these wings so fast by just touching the tip of my marker to the wood. Isn't that beautiful? So that's a great way to use these markers. I figured we have a ton of wood veneers. What better way to dress them up, right? And then the other way is, or you know, the other thing that I did is I colored my acrylic pieces. So this is an acrylic butterfly that comes in clear, as you can see, and I colored the other side pink. So of course I could finish it off any color that I want, but I just wanted to share with you the difference. I mean, it's just, it gives it like a beautiful tint. So this is a great way to change up our embellishments without having to purchase different colors and things like that. So I think this marker set is perfect for us crafters. At first glance, like I said, I'm not an artist. I'm like, how am I going to use these markers? But as a crafter, you come up with ways to use them, and it is such a great buy. They're great markers. I love that they don't have that strong odor like the Sharpies. Like I said, they're a nice fine point that you can really get into all the little details. Let me finish this off so you guys can see how beautiful this is. I believe this is the color that I used, and this particular color matches, as you can see, pretty good to the cap. So all I did is I took my piece and then just started coloring the acrylic shape. So, and it colors really nice. It's really smooth. And you can go in here, you know, to all the little pieces here that normally we would not be able to reach with like a paintbrush or something, you know what I mean? So, and then with the acrylic, you do have to give it just a few extra minutes to dry. And you might be able to use your heat tool. I'm not sure. I did not. I let it dry on its own. But isn't that pretty? Look at that. That's gorgeous. I mean, that's awesome. We don't have to buy a ton of different colors, buy clear ones and just color them up, right? So I loved this idea, and I love this marker set. I had a lot of fun thinking of ways to use it in art crafts, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So definitely go check them out. I'm gonna leave the link to this particular set in the description box. Very inexpensive, very comparable to Sharpies, and I would definitely, you know, get a set for myself, because I mean, look at all these things we can, you know, create. So thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will be seeing you real soon. Let me know what you think down below. If you're interested in purchasing, if you would, you know, be interested in purchasing one of these, because this is a really great set. So I'll be seeing you guys. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.